Hello. Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. We're going to talk about the remaining couples from the Tell-All Part 1. Now, my last video, we just covered Gino and Jasmine, and we talked about like their fashion and their looks and what they chose to wear. And in this video, we're going to talk about the rest of the couples, starting with Dempsey and Statler. Now, even though I didn't really cover them at all, I did watch their segments of this tell-all, and I definitely wanted to talk about it. I know they had a lot of issues with Statler being super clingy and Dempsey kind of being more of a free spirit. And they most recently had an issue with like the kid situation because Dempsey definitely wanted to be a parent and Statler was not sure she wanted to be a parent. So we find out, surprisingly, that they are still together and they plan to buy a van and to travel around the country together. #van life. And Dempsey is very excited. Statler is clearly not. Dempsey has been preparing for this big move by selling all her stuff, while Statler has not been preparing at all because she doesn't even want to do this. She's like, this is all Dempsey's idea. I just go along with whatever she wants to do. And yeah, I'm not that happy about having to be the breadwinner for a little while. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing right now. You know what? I'm just not going to think about it until the day before. So Sean brings up that Statler has engaged in very naughty activity during mass at church when she was in her early 20s. Now Jasmine's like, ooh, how was that? And the camera pans to Nicola, who, if I had to take a guess, probably wants her executed. He probably thinks she's the Antichrist. And you can tell she's very uncomfortable. I think she's very aware of Nicola and Meisha and how they're judging her right now. Like, she doesn't care, but she cares. Like, she's uncomfortable, you know? So Sean's like, Nicola, what do you think about this? We don't need to know what he thinks about this. We already know. And he's like, I think you should ask God for forgiveness. And I'm thinking, Nicola, why would she do that? She doesn't even believe in him. Like, that doesn't make sense. You know, I grew up in a church and I may have had one or two hookups there, as well as all my other friends have growing up. I was going to say a lot of stuff happened there. And I'm sure it's not just me and my friends. I'm sure that happens at a lot of churches. So yeah. Anyway, I thought this part was kind of weird. Statler's friend Natalie is brought up on stage and she seems like she absolutely hates Dempsey. And it actually seems like she's the one in love with Dempsey. I don't know. It's just so weird. And I've also noticed that Dempsey might have a temper problem that we've never really seen on the show because she's clearly upset and she just does not speak. And her face looks like it's about to pop. There's so much tension. Like, why are they even together? Statler even said that they have communication problems. So like, why? Also, did anybody notice that Jasmine had so many questions? Like, she had so many side comments. Not that I didn't enjoy them, but I felt like, why was Sean there? We didn't even need Sean. We had Jasmine to ask all the questions. All of a sudden, Dempsey and Statler are on the same page when it comes to kids. That's interesting. Then Natalie starts to cry and she tells Dempsey to take good care of Statler because she's her best friend. She's like, I just want you to be nice to Statler. She has the kindest heart, the most beautiful smile. She's my best friend. And I love the way her eyes sparkles in the sunlight. And I love her. No, she didn't say that, but she sure seemed like she wanted to. I just hated the live audience component of this because I felt like there were so many voiceovers of Sean that like they had to re-record. I honestly couldn't even keep count because there were that many. And like I said in the last video, the live audience was absolutely pointless. It was useless. Like, please don't do this again. Moving on to Nicola and Meisha. Now, Nicola is a 46-year-old virgin, and everybody is reminded again. But you know what? He has no shame in his game. He's so confident that he's gonna blow her mind on their wedding night. And everyone's like, dude, it's your very first time. You're gonna last like 20 seconds, if that. It takes a lot of practice. And then Nicola kept doing this thing where he kept emphasizing that sex is between a man and a woman. Like, bro, chill with that.
If God made the sex between man and woman, why it have to be hard?
Okay, are you trying to offend people? Are you trying to attack Dempsey and, what's her name? Dempsey and Statler? Like, we get it. We heard it the first 20 times you've said it. Does anybody think that Meisha's actually sexually attracted to Nicola? Can you imagine? I cannot think of anything more unsexy than Nicola trying to have sex. Like, I just can't. Riley does a great, excellent demonstration.
He's gonna be like this, oh, Meisha, I love you, Meisha. Oh. That's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna need an inhaler. He's gonna... Yeah.
So thank you for that visual. Jasmine enthusiastically tells Nicola that there's a blue pill that could help him.
Talk to, Nicola about the blue pills. He can get some help.
But he cannot take it.
No, it's a sin. Of course it's a sin.
It's a sin?
Yes, of course.
Man-made chemical.
Because it's not natural.
It's a sin. Apparently, all man-made chemicals or things that are not natural are sinful. And how did I not know this growing up in a church? I clearly did not pay attention. Holy shit, does that mean I'm a major sinner right now because I take antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds? Are those a sin? Because then I'm a big sinner, I guess. Then Meisha's 2 daughters come out, and they are so stunning. I just couldn't take my eyes off of them. One of them definitely looked exactly like Meisha, and the other one kind of looks like her. But anyway, they're both so pretty. And I know a lot of people are like, wow, you emphasize so much on people's looks. I can't help it. I like pretty things, okay? I like to look at aesthetically pleasing things. So yeah, when someone is really pretty or good looking, I notice it and I say something about it. Moving on. The daughters are very concerned about Nicola because they do not want to be constantly judged for what they wear, what they do, who they hang out with. Like in the summer, they're going to want to wear crop tops and booty shorts. And then to the beach, they're going to want to wear their thong bikinis. And they're going to want to get drunk and party. These are all sins. You're a sinner. You suck. You're going to go to hell. They just don't want to be judged and criticized and told what to do. And I completely get it. And holy shit, they play back one of their scenes from the season. And remember, I didn't watch a lot of their segments, so this was the first. And it's a scene where they're together and Meisha cries. And it's not a Jasmine dramatic telenovela cry. It's not one of those. It was kind of a genuine cry. And then he looks so disgusted. He's like, ugh. God, why are you crying? Do you want a hug?
Oh my God, Meisha, why are you crying now?
Just let me be me.
So what? What do you want? Hugs? You got hugs, Meisha?
I was appalled. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I literally want to... I'm not going to say it, but it's too mean. And he did this whole speech about this gender thing. He was like, oh my God, these days, anyone can be a woman or a man, blah, blah, cringe. And then he's talking about how the man is the head of the household and the woman needs to listen to the man. The man needs to be a provider. And then Amanda, oh my God, Amanda, by the way, Amanda just had every bad take. Amanda chimes in and she's like, by the way, I agree. Like, yeah, I totally agree with the provider thing. Like, Jason was a provider and he was the perfect provider and I listened to everything Jason said, and the Bible says Jason was the provider. So God is Jason and the Bible and Jason, and I believe the Jason. Everyone, especially Statler, was trying to save Meisha. She was like, you don't have to be with this dude. You can find another Catholic who isn't so controlling, blah, blah. But I feel like at the end of the day, Meisha must agree with the majority of his beliefs, or else why would she be with him? Now, Nicola is, I don't know why, but he is very shocked that Meisha's daughters are afraid that he's going to be controlling and very judgmental. But why is he shocked? He literally said over and over and over and over the entire tell-all that the man is the head of the household, the man makes the rules, and the women's are supposed to listen to the man's. So of course they're going to think that. What? Oh my God, let's talk about Riley and Violet. Oh my God. Riley talks about how it's normal in American culture to hire a PI. Are you kidding me? Nobody believes that. Oh my God. Listen, a background check is different than hiring a private investigator. But guess who agrees with Riley? Our girly pup Amanda, who loves Jason, the provider. I think Amanda should be a provider. Now everybody wants to know again, why was Violet on the app? Why did she not delete it? And Violet says she was on the app to check if Riley was still on the app. And she forgot to close her account. Okay, Violet, you forgot to close your account, but you know how to Facetune your picture to hell and back. Make that make sense. Oh, and then they talk about a bunch of stuff that we literally don't give two shits about. All we want to know is about the pregnancy. Is she pregnant? And is it Riley's? That's all everyone's thinking the whole entire time. First of all, Sean asks, or I can't remember who asked. Was it Jasmine or Sean? I don't know. It was one of them. But they asked him why they kept having sex a secret. And I thought it was totally understandable that Violet said, you know, in our culture, in Vietnamese culture, they're not super open about sex and having sex with men that aren't their husbands or their, I don't know, longtime boyfriends or whatever. Like, I totally believed her. I thought that was very understandable. And I was really happy that Riley respected her privacy and did not say anything until the whole pregnancy thing came about. So, again, we don't care. We just want to know who the baby daddy is. So Riley says he's 100% convinced that Violet is lying about her pregnancy. He was like, she took a pregnancy test right in front of me on FaceTime, and I still don't believe her. Because apparently he believes that she is the type of person to lie about a pregnancy.
Do you think that she will be capable of lying to you about a child just to manipulate you?
Yes.
That means he thinks you're capable of like the worst thing, because to me, I think to lie about being pregnant just to keep a guy or to make a guy do something is so bad. I just can't imagine someone doing that unless they're super evil. And Violet just never came off as an evil person to me, but maybe I'm just the dumb one. I don't know. We'll see. So then Sean asks Violet, so do you know if this is Riley's child? And then I'm thinking, are we getting a paternity test? Are we doing Maury here? Like, is it going to be you are or are not the father? That would be so epic. But I was so confused because in the preview for the next episode, apparently Violet's coming to America and then Riley's smiling and Violet's smiling. So what the fork is going on? Is she pregnant or not? And is Riley the baby daddy or not? I need to know. And why is she coming to America? To do what? Well, that pretty much sums up all my thoughts about the tell-all part 1. Let me know your thoughts. Part 2 is going to air in just a couple days. I cannot wait. Are they getting 2 parts or 3 parts? Because OG 90 Day is going to start very, very soon. And I cannot wait. Oh my God. I know a lot of people are like, oh, what's your background? What's your first language? Where are your parents from? Like, what's your ethnicity? All I'm going to say, and you're going to find out real soon, is that one of the cast members on the new season, they speak a language. Well, they're from where my parents are from. So you'll find out very soon. Bye.